Alright, so 2-minute Tanya tidbit for today. So in yesterday's Tanya, in Parak Daled, we explained the idea of the great unity which a person's soul has with Hashem when he learns Torah, when he does mitzvahs, as godliness is fully surrounding him. Now we're going to kind of take a break during Parak Hey and explain the idea of the nefesh connection with Hashem when he learns Torah specifically. We're going to stop for talking about the nefesh, like we're going to continue in Parak Vav, and we explain the special idea of learning Torah. And we say that we're going to explain the idea that we said before in the previous parak, that when a person learns Torah and understands Torah, he's Teves, he grasps godliness within his head. And the Alter Rebbe explains that this is because the idea of the unity between a person's mind and the understanding of Torah is a unity which does not exist in physicality, a unity so strong. The reason for this is because when a person understands an idea, not only is his brain surrounding the thing which he's understanding, but also the idea which he's understanding is surrounding his brain, as they're becoming totally one within each other, as the brain is surrounding the halacha, and his halacha is in his brain, which the brain is enclosed within. And for example, when a person is understanding a certain thing which Hashem had an idea that when this person claims like this and this person claims like this, they come to Beis Din and Beis Din says the halacha is like this. Even if that case never happened, no one ever came to Beis Din with such claims, still the fact that Hashem decided in his brain that the halacha in such and such case will be like this, when a person understands that halacha properly in his brain, and he knows that Mishnah, he knows that Gemara, the halacha, the way Hashem understands it, his brain is fully becoming one with Hashem, which is a crazy idea that his mind is able to be one with Hashem, which is unlimited and cannot physically be understood except for when he comes within his Torah mitzvahs. And that's the great idea of learning Torah. And that's why Torah in a certain sense is greater than all the other mitzvahs. Because when a person does a mitzvah, true godliness is surrounding all over him. And his head and feet, his whole body is surrounded by godliness, but that's surrounding him. As opposed to Torah, he's having a unity within his own head, within Hashem, which is much, much stronger than Torah. And that's the greatness of Torah, where you totally have Hashem within you, besides for the fact that it's surrounding you. And that's why Torah is compared to food. Because just like food, when a person eats bread, his bread that he eats becomes part of him, and it becomes his flesh and blood, it becomes his whole existence. So too when a person learns Torah, his whole existence, his whole energy, his whole life is Elikus, because that's within him, and it's inside of him, and that's what's energizing him from Elikus. And that's why it says that when the neshama goes to Gan Eden, the energy which he has, the garments which he has, is mitzvos. That's what surrounds him. But the food is the Torah. Because Torah is something which comes with inside of you. And that's when you learn Torah properly, lishma, for Hashem's sake, meaning to connect yourself to Hashem, then the Torah can be the food within inside of you. And the idea of food is the idea of the difference between the light and the food is that a garment is something which surrounds you. It's a makif. It's something which is around you. As opposed to Torah, it's something which is light, which is inside of you. It's an internal idea. And that's pnimi. And that's much higher, and that's the idea of Torah. So Torah has both advantages of, on one hand, it's a garment, it's a mitzvah to learn Torah, so it surrounds you, but it's also something which comes within inside of you, something which becomes one with you in a pneumistic way. And that's the great idea of learning Torah, which has a unity with Hashem, which does not exist in any other way. See you next time.